Have you ever gotten to the point where you just want to give up? I have been getting this feeling lately that YouTube just is not for me. I've been putting in the work. I've been taking the time out, editing videos, and I just don't see what I expected. One thing about expectations is that you can always get disappointed with expectations. Not sure if I want to go on, but we'll see. We will see. Hi, I am Jay, and this is The Life with Rich and Jay. Our channel focuses on our health journey. We're both Airbnb hosts, and it also focuses on just our life in general, traveling, marriage, and everything in between. And today I came on to give an update on our weight loss, or my weight loss journey with a GLP-1. But as I was going through my numbers and things, I think I might be feeling a little bit down about my numbers, but I've also been looking at my numbers on YouTube, and it does get a little frustrating. I have to remember my why. I have to remember why I'm doing this. And I'm not only doing this to get people to see it, but I am doing this because of support. I'm doing something that is out of my comfort zone by taking a GLP-1. That is something that I did not want to do. And by the advice of my doctor, I am trying it. And so I just decided to chronicle my journey on YouTube. And I guess I expected that other people were going through the same thing. I was looking at other videos, and I'm looking how other people have their journey and the support that they're getting with it. And I'm like, okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? I have to say that the people that do watch me have been very encouraging, have been positive. I haven't really had any type of negative comments. I can say that I've gotten support. And so I've had to pray about it. I am still praying about it. But it's easy for people to think that you can get in front of a camera and then everything just falls into place. But this is super unnatural to be talking to yourself, to think about the background. It's unnatural to say, okay, I'm going to edit when I have no editing experience. I want to make sure that I'm going to appeal to people that I don't even know. I don't know their backgrounds. I don't know anything about them. I don't know if they're interested in what I'm saying, or they're thinking about it, or they just feel like it's going to be a failure. I want to see them fail. Like, I have no idea. I can just be me. And sometimes me is not good enough for other people, but it's good enough for me. And so I never really gave the deeper reason of why I am doing this, but I'm not ready to share that yet. But the short of it all is that we are doing something out of our comfort zone. We haven't really shared it with our families. So this is just something that we're doing with complete strangers. And with that being said, it just makes me feel like I want to quit. I look at things and I'm like, oh my God, at one point I was putting out 3 to 4 videos a week. And when I look at other people, they're like, oh, I put out 4 videos and everyone loves me. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? I don't know. I'm not taking it personal, but it does a disservice to me to do videos that no one's going to see for the support that I'm not getting. And so I kind of slowed down. I may take a break for a lot of reasons, but I'm not doing 4 videos a week for people who may or may not watch it. I'm probably going to do 2 videos a week, and if that, it may just trickle down to less than that. I try to do a follow-up to my weekly weigh-in every week. Unless I'm traveling, sometimes that gets a little hard. And then I try and do something in between with the lifestyle video. And so it just gets to the point where it does get discouraging. And I'm quite sure that other YouTubers have went through this and they have felt this way. I don't consider myself a YouTuber or a creator. I am just a mom and a grandma now that is sharing her experience. And so I don't want to encourage people to do what we're doing, but I do feel that maybe there is someone that's out there that is already doing this or planning to do it or thinking about it, or maybe even going through the same things that we're going through. And so with that being said, I am going to move and put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to try for now through my schedule. I had a huge event on Saturday. That was a lot. It was a year of planning. It was something that we were doing every day. I'm going to be planning a whole bathroom remodel. That seems like it's a full-time job right now with contractors and things like that. In the middle of this YouTube, but we're also doing other construction around our home, working full-time, and also raising our kids and the grandkids that came to visit. So right now I'm doing a clean and chat series because I had a house full of people with the event that we had. They were everywhere. We did our prep in this house, our dressing in this house, our fellowshipping in this house. We had game nights in this house. And even though they may have only been here for a week, they left a hurricane, a raft of stuff. And so you will see my next videos that I am doing is just me trying to get back to my normalcy that I could not get to this weekend. And hopefully that reaches out to other people, and I'll still continue to do my weight loss videos and a little marriage videos in there. But let's get to my weight. So I did a video and I explained that I have an inflammation problem, and with my inflammation problem, it was recommended that I do the GLP-1, and that inflammation causes me to have weight gain. And so I can do a lot of working out and things like that, but if my blood isn't circulating, it's just sitting there and it just grows and grows and grows. And so recently, I was told that I was on the wrong medication. So my weight loss on this GLP-1 has been rather slow, which I felt was normal. My nutritionist felt was normal, but it may not have been as normal as I thought. So now I'm going through a transition between one medication and another medication. And I was told to get off of the other medication. I have to let my body filter all of that out. My blood work is not coming out the way that it should come out. But my doctor is telling me do not stop this GLP-1, to keep doing this. And we're just trying to regulate the medication. So this week, my numbers, well, the last 2 weeks, my numbers have not been positive. But my nutritionist has been very encouraging to let me know that it is not weight that I'm holding on to right now. Because I'm not on the medication, I am holding on to fluid. And so as long as I don't go so drastic, then it won't be bad. I'm going to go over my numbers, but I also want to start out like I always start out with my side effects. With this medication, I am not having any side effects. My husband's not having any side effects. We are both taking Mochi Health. Sorry, I'm going to put my code at the bottom so that you guys can use this code for Mochi Health. You'll get $40 off. I encourage you that if you're thinking about it, look into it. I really have nothing negative to say about Mochi Health. Absolutely nothing negative to say about them. I am enjoying them more than when we were on Zepbound. So I had side effects on Zepbound. I have 0 side effects on Mochi Health. My husband also has no side effects on Mochi Health. I've been taking my injection in my lower abdomen, although I keep saying I'm going to do it in my top of my abdomen. I'm a little afraid because I had a bruise before, and every time I say I'm going to do it, I just chicken out and I do the lower part. But one day I am actually going to do it. So I am doing the lower part of my abdomen at this time. I just switch from left to right and left to right. And so it's kind of been working out for me. I haven't had any bruising. I haven't had any problems. And I am definitely afraid of needles. I'm just letting you know. And I still hesitate. I still stall. I do. Before I take my medication, I am still sitting there. My husband's like, what's taking so long? I'm just like, I'm waiting to feel this pain. I'm waiting to feel this pain. And it is nothing near what I have to go through with this medication issue of giving blood on a regular basis now. Nothing, it's not the same. So it is something you have to get used to because it's not something that you would do on a regular basis if you have no illnesses or nothing like that. So you do have to get used to it. When it comes to my sleep, that was one of my major issues. I don't know what it was with Zepbound. I had problems getting sleep. I did want to address that. I am doing amazing with Mochi Health. My sleep is doing well. I'm doing well. my inflammation, which is the reason why I'm on here, I really thought that I felt that I'm doing well. I feel I'm doing well. I have another doctor's appointment this week and another one next week to address some of my inflammation. But I feel that I'm doing very well. I don't have the swollen ankles. I don't have like the swollen hands and things like that. I don't have that. I do still have the heaviness in the bottom of my left leg. And so that's why I'm going to the doctor. That is very true. That has not went away since I've been on the medication, but I haven't lost an astronomical amount of weight either. So maybe if I lose a little bit more weight, I won't have that, but we'll see what the doctor says when I go this week and next week. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. So when it comes to my weight, I'm just going to go back over what I've been doing. I did not take my measurements. For the people who have been watching me, I did not take my measurements this month. I try to take them once a month because I'm noticing that I would lose inches and not really lose weight. And so now with the inflammation issue, I can imagine the inches are way more than what they were. However, I'm going to fight through this and I will be taking my measurements next week. So with that being said, I don't have any measurements that I want to report. I want to go back to 2 weeks ago where I didn't come on here last week, so I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys what I weighed last week. So last week, let's just go back to 2 weeks ago because I did take my injection early because I was traveling. So with me taking my injection early, I weighed in a day early and I weighed in at 175.8. That's what I weighed in at 175.8. I do have to say that I actually went down. I actually went down 2 days before the 175.8. I went down to 171.2. I was like, what's going on? If you want to know, I am on 7.5 milligrams of tirzepatide. So it's a compound tirzepatide, and that's where I was. But let's get to reality, right? Oh, don't forget, stop for a second. Just subscribe and comment and like this video and just help me to know that it's okay, that I can keep going in videos and in support. But I was 175.8, and then the last week I was 173.6. So last week was the week that I stopped my medication, and because of the fact that I was traveling the week before, I actually gained weight. At one point I went up to 178. So I went from 171 to 175 to 178. And then last week I was at 173.6. So this is all the information and why my body feels that way. And then this week I weighed in at 174.6. So even though I did not lose a lot of weight, I have been on a roller coaster ride with my inflammation. And so let's just say I gained a little over a pound. And so I'll take it because from 171 to 178, I was down in the dumps because that's almost 10 pounds. And we're talking about in 1 week. And this is the result of what I go through dealing with my inflammation, not my diet, not my exercise. It has nothing to do with my GLP-1. I'm taking the GLP-1. It is simply the inflammation. And so, yes, I am very frustrated. I do have to say that my BMI is 29.1. I argue with my doctor because she's like, it's 28% and she wants me to get down to a certain BMI. And so that's where I am right now. I am hoping and praying I do start back my medication, but I take it every other, I have a new prescription. My new medication I will be taking every other day and not every day. So I will start that medication again on tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I will start the medication every other day unless told otherwise by my doctor. And I will be seeing my doctor a lot more often. And we will also address the GLP-1 in our appointments. So that is my follow-up right now and how things are going with me. And, I'm sorry to say that I did or do want to quit. I just feel that it's kind of hard. I want to quit on a lot of things. I guess I'm just going through my own personal struggles, and sometimes it's okay to take a step back, think about things, and then go forward. Somebody knows what I'm going through. Somebody knows what I'm feeling. So I thank you guys so much for coming to our channel. I appreciate the support that I have been getting from me and my husband. And I just want to just thank you again. And I'll see you on the next one. Following up with this, we'll start my clean and chat. So you'll hear a little bit more about what I'm going through. And so just look out for those videos. Hit the notification bell so you'll hear the next one that comes up. Bye.